Welcome, fellow light guardians, shifters, colleagues, friends, captains amongst captains. Thank you so much for joining in for another one of our inspirational team meditations. My name is Brendan Wolf, Mystic Spider-Man, welcoming you to our special Friday edition of our team meditations. For those of you who have been here before, you know that the Friday ones we have like an extra special narrative, an extra special story that we drop into. So thank you so much everyone for joining in. Even for those of you who may be here perhaps for the first time, I send my gratitude, I send my blessings. Thank you so much. Go team, let's start it off. Let's get going, let's get going. All right. So for those of you who are tuned in live in this moment, for those of you who are just getting into this, even into the future, we're just going to begin our broadcast, begin our meditation just by bringing awareness to our body and just listening to your body, adding some stretches. Maybe you literally just rolled out of bed. Maybe your body just needs an extra moment here to just wake up. So give yourself an opportunity here to stretch. Give yourself an opportunity to just listen to your body. Again, people are going to be joining over the next few moments, so we want to just be able to ease things into the broadcast, and I'll explain a little bit more to you in terms of what it is that we will be doing for today's meditation. So for those of you who may be new, the Friday meditation that we do, we always invite this like very special energy, and as we're getting ready here, just begin by massaging your body, massaging your upper body. Eventually we'll work our way down to our feet, then back up to our face. So wherever you feel you need to give yourself a massage. So for those of you who are just joining in, welcome, welcome. If you're here for the meditation, please feel free to stick around, get comfortable, get some water. And part of what we do with the Friday meditation, I invite people to be able to like dress up for it. I know this sounds kind of silly, but like literally like dress up for it in a way as if you would if you were like going to a festival. Or again, this is like a way to be able to dress out where you're exemplifying, you're creating an external representation of like your inner truth, your inner light guardian, that inner archetype. So dress up like a superhero, dress up like a wizard, dress up like a psychedelic ninja, whatever you feel called to dress up as, in a way that's really just going to help you like anchor into this energy of a light guardian. And so as we're just massaging our body here, giving an opportunity here to just be able to open up the energy channels as we get ready to move into the next stages of this meditation. Starting off with a physical body massage, we'll do some EFT, we'll do some laughter yoga, and then from there we will go into our mindfulness practice, and then from there we'll go into our standing, and then from there we'll go into our special chakra practice meditation. So again, for those of you who are just joining, just begin by massaging your body, bringing gratitude, bringing awareness to the breath in this moment. And so again, what we're doing here, for those of you who may be new, the special part of the meditation that we do later to the ending of it is visualizing us arriving at what we refer to as the life tree, of the tree of life. And we gather around this place as guardians. And then we're working on our chakra practice meditation, which is our mantras and our tones and our intentions. And then we're encoding this like into the tree, and then the tree sends it out like a beacon out into the grid. So this is a practice, literally a practice, as for us to be able to like practice like using meditation to be able to send out intentions out into the world around us. So it's a very, very, very cool, very exciting, very impactful, very meaningful meditation. And it's also about being able to build and deepen our connection together as a team. So again, just massaging your body as we are here. If it's your first time here, drop a 333 in the comments. Again, we do these meditations Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a great way to just be able to tune our instruments, sharpen our sword, to be able to start our mornings with inspiration and with community and with connection. And so thank you again, everyone, for joining in. Just massaging your feet here in this moment. If you feel called to massage your feet, aloha to Tara, aloha to James. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Again, if this is your first one here, totally welcome. We do these again Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram and even on YouTube, the link for the past ones are in my profile. So the recording is always on YouTube. So you have the option to watch on YouTube, on TikTok, or on Instagram. And again, just massaging your feet here. We're just going to kind of work through this so we can make sure that we have as much time as possible for the later half of the meditation. So we're just going to make sure we're not dilly-dallying too much. Sometimes we just hang out here and we're just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna hang out here and talk. Oh right, okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's do the meditation too. So again, just massaging the feet. As you massage the feet, again, like literally like activating the meridians of the entire body. So really dig in deep Again, opening up the fascia. The fascia is again kind of like the layer that's like a part of the muscle, but that's usually where we hold a lot of energetic tension. So just by massaging the feet, it helps just kind of like open up these energy channels, helps release any sort of stagnant energy. And then from there, we're gonna work our way up to our face. So again, just massaging all the way up to the neck. Really give yourself a moment here to just begin connecting with your breath. Relax your face, straighten up your spine, breathe here. Nice soft exhales. Making any sort of sighs. If you need to just be able to like release through your breath, do that a few times. Deep inhales. Massaging all the way up to your face. Beautiful. Just opening up those muscles in the face. Get some nice smiles going. Again, it's kind of funny massaging the face. I don't know, it feels funny, even though it's something that we should be doing every day. So again, just massaging your face here, massaging even like the back of your ears, the back of your neck, the back of your head, all the way up to the top of the head, even just massaging like in the forehead. If you feel like you might have like any sort of like just like even like a bit of a migraine or a headache today, massaging the forehead, just sending yourself some like healing energy there. Again, like this idea of massaging is also a practice of using like hands-on healing, hands-on energy healing. So like we have this, like we all have this by being human. We have this ability to like transfer energy through our hands. So that's where like, you know, if you're familiar with Reiki, you would literally just like put hands on the body and it works. It kind of like moves energy in a way where the energy has like its own intelligence, which it can kind of like take care of the body on an energetic level. So again, when we're massaging ourselves, we're literally just like giving ourselves like that healing energy. Again, you know, it's almost like it's like a move within a video game where it's like apply healing hands. And it works. It does work. So again, even if it's just to be able to like uplift your mood, bring yourself into the present moment. So again, from here, what we're going to do, we're going to move into some EFT. This is emotional frequency tapping. And again, for those of you who may be new, the meditation that we do today, this is like a very special version of the meditation. If you're new here, that's totally cool. It's for beginners and experts, but I really encourage you to try to join in Monday to Friday. And again, this is going to, like every time you tune into this broadcast, it's a chance to be able to like gain experience points to level up. And for those of you who may just be joining in, when we join in on Fridays, I invite people to kind of like wear like a special outfit, something that embodies like this like sacred psychedelic superhero that we are activating as a sacred warrior, this light guardian. So within the next part of the meditation we'll move into after our laughter practice meditation, it's going to be about visualizing and activating our light guardian archetype, our inner avatar. So from here, what we're going to do, we're going to do some EFT tapping. So give yourself a moment here where you're just gently tapping your face. If you're new to this, you've maybe never done this before, not a problem. So just using this as an opportunity where, again, we're opening up the energy channels, opening up the meridians. This is like a life hack in itself. And what we're doing here is we're speaking affirmation. So we're speaking words of encouragement. We're basically like hyping ourselves up. So I want you to like hype yourself up in this moment. So speak words of affirmation. You can say like, I am inspired. I am empowered. I am a light guardian. I am a badass psychedelic wizard. I am a dreamer awakening within the dream. I am balanced. I am focus. I am awareness. I am breath. I am mindfulness. So again, you can either repeat anything that I'm saying, but again, also say things that are like coming from your heart, something that you want to be able to invoke in this moment. What do you want today? What do you need today? I am patience. I am perseverance. I am calmness. I am inspiration. I am love. I am adorable. I am cute. That's the most important one. I am a badass. I am stoic. I am brave. I am a student. I am learning. I am carrying with me the energy of my ancestors. I am carrying with me the courage of the stars. So take a moment here as you're tapping here, tapping on your chest, tapping on your fingers, even tapping on your arms, wherever you feel called to tap. And just take a moment here to speak a couple more words of affirmation to yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen to your own heart. Speak a few words. They can even be repeated to what we already said. Just take a moment here. Take your own few breaths. Call in that energy. Beautiful. I am one with all that is. I am serenity. I am justness. I am compassion. I am temperance. I am chaste. I am patient. Those were the chakra virtues I just mentioned there. So again, just finish it up here. Shake up the hands. Get some shakes going. If you want to just do a couple of those. Shake it out real quick. We'll do a couple more of those a little bit later. Just allow yourself to just kind of like shake up here. We're going to move into our chakra practice or our laughter practice meditation. Then we'll go into our mindfulness practice meditation. Do a little bit of standing exercise, and then we'll spend as much time with the chakra practice meditation as possible. Again, for those of you who are tuned in on YouTube, if you haven't already yet, like this video on YouTube, and you can even just take a moment here as we move into our laughter practice yoga. For anybody, go ahead, leave some things that you're grateful for today. In the comment, take a moment here. What are you grateful for today? So as you're leaving those comments in the chat, again, just instructing what it is that we're doing for the laughter practice meditation. The laughter practice meditation, what it is, it's going to be a deep breath inhale, a nice soft exhale, and then another inhale, and then it's going to be focusing on the exhale. So the exhale is going to naturally happen, and it's just going to sound like this. It's going to go ha, 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 ha. So you don't really focus on the inhale, you just focus on the exhale, and then we carry this into a way in which it evolves into a laughter. It evolves into this cascading laughter, and then it'll be like ha, 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 ha. And then we ride that laughter. I'm like already laughing. Then we ride that laughter for about like 30 seconds. And again, this is a way to be able to like activate the heart chakra, to be able to like bring in this like kindness, loving, awareness, energy. It's ability for us to be able to like literally tap into this power of laughter, like in this moment. Like I don't even need to tell you a joke. I don't even need to tell you any sort of stupid joke. We'll just do the laughter practice meditation. You can laugh with me, you can laugh at me. It's all good either way. So, all right. So again, please feel free to leave those comments in the chat. What are you grateful for today? And we'll read those as we move into this. Megan says, "Yay, chakra practice! Grateful in advance." James in the TikTok says, "Grateful for all." For any other comments, I'll read those as we come in. Again, for those of you on Facebook, I can't see your Facebook comments, so if you're on Facebook, quick reminder, be sure to jump over to YouTube that way so we can engage with the chat there. So with that said, let's get ready to move into our laughter practice meditation. So again, if you're new to this, you may even just want to just kind of like watch the first time, but feel free to jump right in. It's pretty easy, and again, this may be kind of like a new practice for some of you, but just allow it to just naturally unfold. Like the power of us being in this broadcast together will make it easy for you to be able to tap into this vibration of laughter. So for those of you who are just joining, we're just about to do our laughter practice meditation. Follow my lead or just watch along. So relax your shoulders, straighten up your spine. Deep inhale together. Deep inhale. Nice soft exhale. Deep inhale together through the mouth. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Allow the laughter to naturally unfold. Feel that workout in your abs. Make a silly face. Think of puppies wearing hats. What? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, breathe. Just by doing that, you literally feel like your breath gets a little bit fuller, your lungs open up just a little bit more. We're gonna do that one more time, so let's kind of tap into that. So I want you to kind of be like super serious face. Nothing's ever gonna make you laugh. You're super serious. I could tell you the best joke ever, and you won't laugh because you hold that. This is like the idea of people tuning in right at that moment, and all they see is me just going. Anyways, all right. Allow yourself to be loose. Allow yourself to be open to receiving this energy. And again, this energy is like cosmic energy. It's coming from within inside of you. And again, it's a really powerful thing just for us to be able to remind each other that like this power of tapping into laughter is accessible. It's accessible all the time. It's right here. It's right now. You don't need me to tell you a stupid joke, but we can still laugh together simply because we're live. So when we do this next one, I want you to think of things you're grateful for. I want you to reflect on the magic of this life. I want you to reflect on the magic of this gift that we have. Follow my lead. Deep, gentle inhale. Nice big inhale. Nice soft exhale. Activating laughter. Deep inhale together. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Let that laughter unfold. Think of all the things you're incredibly grateful for as you just like start crying from laughter. You are a gift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Take a moment here. Close your eyes. Feel what this space feels like. Ride this energy with you. Just allow yourself to know that this joy, this laughter, this serenity, this connection is always with you. It is always with you because it is you. Beautiful. Good job. Just take another moment here. Just breathe. Just feel what your energy field feels like right now. Part of this practice is becoming aware of the subtle energies. What does it feel like after you laugh? Just feeling the lightness of that energy. Beautiful. Take one more breath, nice and deep. Soft exhale. Gently open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. Awesome. Thank you, James, for joining in. I'm glad you're able to join in with you when you could. Check out the recording afterwards if you get the chance. Reading more comments on things that you're grateful for. So we're going to move into our mindfulness practice in a second. So whatever you're grateful for, go for it. Leave that in the comment. Tyson, one of our Patreon supporters, says, grateful for you, Brendan. Great work. Thank you, Tyson. Really, really appreciate it. Tyson, let me know if your package arrived. Kristen says, I am grateful for the wonderful earth we have and the community full of support and encouragement. Oh, thank you, Kristen. Another one of our Patreon supporters. Kristen, very well said. Megan, also grateful for everyone here. Thank you so much, Megan. Megan, another one of our Patreon supporters. Again, I love the idea that like all of our Patreon supporters are here. That means a lot to me. So again, before we move into the next practice, if you guys haven't already yet, be sure to check out the Patreon, even just so you're aware of what's available through there, the options available. The Patreon is a way not just for you to support me, but also for you to receive support in return. So if you're in a position financially to be able to support with monthly contributions, the Patreon is a way where you can add your contribution and also get access to more parts of the community, such as our exclusive team chat, such as the ability to be able to take part in our collaboration meetings, ability to join for our on-air team broadcasts, access to me as a conscious media creation coach, and discounts for the shop. And yeah, just like the knowing of being a part of like this unfolding vibration that we're sharing with the bigger community. So your support on Patreon allows us to be able to do these broadcasts for free for everyone. So thank you again, Patreon supporters, and thank you everyone for your support in all forms. Again, for those of you checking the Patreon, links through my profile, or if you have a question, you can just let me know. Thank you, CC Young. Erilyn says, was grateful for the rain this morning. Oh, beautiful. Nikki says, grateful for this safe space. Thank you, Nikki. That means a lot. This is, again, like I want you guys to really feel, I want you guys to like honor the space that we're here, you tuning in. Like this is our space. You know, I want this space to kind of like feel like home in its own way. And so this is a sacred digital space, like creating sacred space digitally. This is something that I've been like working on over the years because I know how valuable it is for us as a community. Erilyn says, the sun is out here now and feels wonderful. Nikki, check the link in my profile for my Patreon. So my profile link, and then just you'll see it. It says like support on Patreon, and you can read more there. And it's like a pay what you wish contribution. So if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, team, let's move into our mindfulness practice because I want to be able to go as deep as possible with the chakra practice meditation today. Again, for those of you who are new, the chakra practice meditation that we do for this version is like a very special version. So we're going to prepare for it now. And what we're going to do, we're going to activate our avatar. We're going to activate our inner light guardian. So when I use the term avatar, I basically use it as a way to kind of refer to like the symbolic embodiment of our higher self. Paper Druid, grateful for puppies and hats. Puppies in hats? Oh my god, I read that as puppies and hats, but puppies in hats. Whoa. I'm like carrying puppies in hats? That's adorable. Wow, you're adorable. All right, moving into this practice, what we're going to do. So again, the avatar, the idea of the activated avatar is this idea of like, imagine you as like your like most like badass version of yourself. You're already this, you're already badass, but imagine it as like a physical representation where it's like you as like a superhero version of yourself. So again, this is like your golden self, your golden elf, the inner light guardian, the inner superhero. So for this practice, for this meditation, what we're going to do, we're going to arrive at our sacred temple. This is a temple that we've used in other meditations before. We're going to go to the second floor of this temple, and on the second floor, there's a magic mirror. I don't usually call it a magic mirror. It's a sacred mirror. And this mirror is going to hold the reflection of your activated avatar self. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to step through this mirror with intention, and then we're going to embody this like vibration. And then we're going to conclude that part of the meditation. We're going to stand up, do a little bit more body exercise. And then from there, we're going to go into our chakra practice, team meditation, where we imagine ourselves like arriving at this tree, this life tree, this tree of life. It's this beautiful psychedelic iridescent tree on this hill that exists within the astral. It's also the same tree as the dream tree. And then we're going to practice during our chakra practice meditation where we're like shooting beams of energy into the tree and then sending out this vibration out into the team. So follow my lead. Let's get right into this. For those of you who are new, not a problem. I'll walk you through this. That's the power of guided meditation. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. And again, if you haven't already yet, grab any crystals, grab any extra gear, grab your special like wizard hoodie, whatever you need. Activate your light guardian crystal if you want, and we will move into this together. So when you're ready, get a drink of water, do whatever else you need to do. Beautiful. Awesome. Grateful for everyone. Grateful for everyone here as well. So with that said, thank you everyone for being here. Gently, when you're ready, close your eyes, straighten up your spine, relax your face. And as you listen to my voice, begin to bring awareness to your breath. Gentle inhales through the nose or the mouth, and soft, gentle exhales. This part of the meditation will only take a few moments, but it will still be very intentional, very meaningful. Breathing here with each breath, with each exhale, giving your nervous system permission to relax. As our body relaxes, we allow ourselves to be able to prepare to turn our attention inwards, to turn our focus inwards. And so breathing here, let us begin simply by calibrating our body. And to do this, we're going to visualize a white light at the center of our chest. And visualize this white light moving through your body, filling your body up with love, filling your body with light. And wherever this white light moves to, just allowing that part of the body to gently relax. Again, this is just preparing us for the next part. And for those of you who are new, reminder, this is all just practice. Breathing here, visualizing this white light moving through your shoulders, down your arms, past your elbows, all the way to the tips of your fingers, allowing those parts of the body to relax. Visualizing and feeling, imagining this white light moving down through your torso, through your ribs, past your hips, your groin, your knees, all the way down to your toes. Breathing here as those parts of the body relax, moving your awareness of this energy up the spine, up the back of the neck, around and through the face, all the way to the top of the head. Breathing here, and again, as we fill ourselves up with this white light, we literally fill our field, we fill our body, fill ourselves with this love, with this light, and connecting with our breath here. Gently from here, we will imagine ourselves at what we refer to as the nexus point, the nexus station, And what this is, before we arrive at our sacred temple, we are imagining ourselves like on a platform that's kind of floating in space. This is like a sacred waypoint. And so you're almost just imagining yourself on like a circular platform in space. You can see the galaxies and the nebulas around you, and in front of you is a portal. And this portal takes you to your sacred temple. So the Nexus is something that we return to quite regularly as a way to be able to access other parts of our imagination within this story. So as you look at the portal before you, when you're ready, breathe and step through this portal very simply, and you arrive at the location of your sacred temple. And so this sacred temple, imagining it, if it's your first time imagining it in a way that's like just beautiful, magical, maybe it's a pyramid, maybe it's quite simple. For some of you, maybe it could even be like a cave in the side of a mountain, whatever you choose, something that reflects you. And so walking into this temple now in this moment, bringing awareness to your senses with as much detail as possible, feeling yourself stepping along the path. And inside this temple, on the bottom floor, there's a sacred pool of water. And this is a sacred pool of water in which we connect with our ancestors. And in this moment, I want you to just very gently, very briefly, this is only going to be for a moment, stand over this body of water, this pool, look into the reflection of it. And as you look into the reflection of it, take a moment here to honor your ancestors and to call in any energies that you wish to be with you today and for this meditation. So as you look into the reflection of the water, take a moment here, and you can use the mantra, be with me. So say in this moment, say, be with me. And again, yes, this is literally from like Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. For those of you familiar, we're geeking out, spiritual nerd mindfulness basically, but also practical. Using that mantra, be with me, call in the support of your ancestors, invite that energy to be with you, and any other energy that you feel you wish to call in from guides and guardians. So take a moment here, breathe, be with me, be with me, be with me. Beautiful. Gently imagine yourself standing above, next to this pool of water. And now we're going to gently make our way to the second floor of the sacred temple. So imagine yourself going up some stairs, or maybe like a magic elevator, or however you get up there. Maybe you got like an escalator. I don't know. It's your temple. Do whatever you want. That's cool. Or like a portal even. Sure, why not? So now you're on the second floor of this temple. And on the second floor, there's this very sacred mirror. Walk up to the mirror in this moment with as much detail as possible. You look in this mirror, and looking back at you, you see the reflection of yourself, but in this activated avatar form. You see yourself with this beautiful outfit, this beautiful costume, this uniform, something that looks magical. Imagine yourself basically like a psychedelic superhero version of yourself, or the character that you would portray yourself as like a character in a fantasy sci-fi video game, or something that you would dress up as when you would go to like some sort of transformational festival, something that reflects your inner magic. And as you look at yourself in the mirror, even seeing like a bit of a glow to your aura, seeing these like sacred colors, this sacred energy. And so look yourself in the eyes as you gaze in the mirror. And in this moment, gently raise your hand up towards the mirror and place your hands very close to the mirror. And as you gaze with your eyes in this mirror, you're gently going to begin to make contact with the mirror. But when you do, this mirror, it's not necessarily solid. It's more kind of like a liquid. And so over these next 5 breaths, we are going to gently walk our way through this mirror, and with as much attention and intention and detail and feeling as possible, We will step through this mirror, and as we do, we will arrive on the other side as our activated avatar form. And again, the purpose of that is to be able to connect with the story of this energy and this magic, this cosmic divinity that is inside of us, this role, this archetype of this hero, this guardian, this light guardian, this sacred warrior, the shifter, the badass wizard that you are, the magi. It is within you. Counting down from 5, deep, gentle inhale, connecting with your breath, straightening your spine. Let your eyes soften as you see yourself in the mirror, adding a little bit of a smile to your face, looking at yourself and just being like, damn, so badass. 4, breathing here, taking a moment to just connect with gratitude. 3, feeling this energy building, feeling this energy rising from within you. 2, softly looking at your eyes in the mirror, feeling this wave of calmness, acknowledging any tingling sensations up the spine. 1, deep, gentle breath on the inhale as you take that first step through the mirror. 0, step through the mirror, step through the sacred portal, and as you do, imagining even closing your eyes, and you arrive on the other side of the mirror, feeling this energy moving through you, this energy coursing through your body, and you turn around and you look at the other side of the mirror reflecting back at you, and now you see the reflection looking back at you matches the form that you embody. So you look down at your hands, you look down at your wardrobe, your costume, just seeing yourself like decked out in this like beautiful gear. Again, it can be like something that just like represents like divinity and magic, something that just exemplifies this energy within inside of you. So you look at yourself in the mirror and you see this like energy, this aura pulsating off of you. Gently put your hands physically on your heart. Breathe into this moment. Bring in this gratitude. Bring in this inspiration. Even looking at your eyes, and maybe your eyes in the mirror look a little bit brighter, like the color in them is a little bit more vibrant. Breathing in and just allowing yourself to be in the confidence of this energy, allowing this energy to continue to ride with you through this meditation, through this day, for however long, through this week. This energy is always with you, tapping into it, tapping into our power, tapping into our purpose, tapping into our service, tapping into our guardianship. You are a light guardian. See that part of yourself looking back at you. This seed has always been within you. Your journey is to awaken this, to nurture this, to remember this. Take a couple more breaths here, and then we're gently going to bring ourselves back from this part of the meditation while carrying this vibration with us. Breathe here. Again, just admiring the form that you reflect as in this mirror. Just so badass. And just take a couple more breaths here. Deep, gentle inhale. Beautiful. Slowly from here, we're going to bring our awareness back to our physical body, bring this vibration, carry this energy with you. You are this activated avatar. You are this light guardian. And we'll carry this energy with us into the next parts of the meditation. Slowly from here, bringing awareness back to the physical body. When you are ready, gently wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and slowly at your own pace, open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, good job, everyone. Take a moment here, get a drink of water. We're going to stand up and move into just a quick little standing exercise, and then we'll drop into the meditation for the chakra. So again, we're going to carry that version of ourselves like into the next part of the meditation. So again, this is a special version of the meditation that we do every Friday. I'd love to even like, this is just kind of like a side note, I'd love to be able to like, you know, basically see art of all of us in our activated avatar form. I would almost encourage you to do that as like a practice, as a meditation practice, almost practice like drawing yourself in this like badass activated avatar form. So that's why For the Friday ones, we invite people to kind of like dress up in a way that kind of reflects this, that helps you anchor in this energy. That's why for me, like I kind of got like, this is like my like special hoodie. This is like a sacred version of my like wizard hoodie. And plus I also have my special like headpiece for my brow that I'm going to put on in a bit. And I encourage you guys to like imagine yourself, if you wish, with like some kind of like headpiece ornament for your version of your activated avatar. Like again, something that basically just like exemplifies all of the energies that you carry with you. All right, okay, so good job everyone. From here, we're gonna move into our standing practice meditation, and then we'll get right into our chakra practice meditation. Inviting you to gently stand up. For those of you who are able, if you prefer to stay seated, go ahead. So from here, gently just rising into standing. And then from here, just bring a bit of movement into our body, shake it up. Maybe your legs are a little bit stiff. Shake that energy out. And again, as we're doing that, we're just loosening up the body, but we're also opening up the energy channels. And what I want you to do is just bring a little bit of movement, stretch with your arms, reach towards the sky. Listen to your body. What does your body need right now? Reach for your toes if you feel called. All right, so from here, what we're gonna do some like energy releasing technique. So what I want you to do, this is gonna be a little bit silly, but for those of you who are here for the first time, I guarantee you, you're gonna like it, you're gonna get used to it. What we're gonna do, basically, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine just kind of like deep inhale, and then on the exhale, you're gonna go, and you're gonna make this noise or some noise similar to it, and you're gonna shake your body, and you're just gonna release, clear this energy. So this is again about being able to release any sort of stagnant energy. Do this as much as you want throughout your day. It makes a huge difference. So again, follow my lead. Deep inhale together. Big exhale. Shake it up. Good. We're gonna do it 2 more times. Inhale again. Inhale. Shake it up. I know it seems silly, but this is like a life hack. Believe me, this is like ancient medicine. Deep inhale together. 1 more time. Shake it up. Good. All right. Okay. So from here, what we're gonna do, I want you to kind of like anchor into this mindfulness movement, where basically you're just gonna kind of like bring a flow and basically do almost like a martial arts, kind of like a sacred dance, in a way where you're just imagining like energy in your hands. But as you do this, I want you to kind of like imagine yourself in your sacred guardian archetype, like uniform, and imagine yourself where you're just like in like a sacred temple, and you're just kind of like doing like a sacred dance, like an elemental dance, just tapping into this awareness. Just let your body move. Allow it to be something similar to kind of like a martial arts movement. You don't have to worry about like actually like knowing any postures. Just allow your body to move in this moment. And as you do this, just bringing in this energy of just being like, yes, like almost like an ancient, like kind of like Shaolin warrior energy. So just take these next few moments, literally just for 1 minute, and just allowing yourself to just bring flow and movement into your body. And as you do this, let your dance and your movement almost be like a prayer, like medicine for the earth. So as you move here, and again, whatever movements your body feels called to do, this is about being able to listen to your body, to listen to the movement of your body. Let the energy flow through you. There's no right or wrong way to do this. This is just about being present in this moment. Breathing here, allow yourself to just be mindful, present. 15 more seconds. Beautiful. All right, bring yourself to a little bit of a stillness. We're just going to do like a quick chi activation. Put a little bit of a bend into your knees. Put your hands like this. Deep inhale together. Follow my lead. Strong exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Pumping the fire. Inhale. 1 more time. Activating the energy. Inhale. Good. All right, okay, from here, let's just move into a quick dragon roar. Again, these are like common practices that we do, but they're super powerful. Just being able to like clear energy and release energy and move us into the next part of the meditation. Dragon's Roar, put yourself in a stance where you're gonna like kick a soccer ball. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna kind of lean into it and we're gonna literally roar like a dragon or like a lion. We're gonna go roar. And I want you to do this. And when you do this, I want you to like release any energy, release any stagnant energy. Imagine like a smoke billowing out of you. And you can do this to kind of like honor any sacred rage, anger. If you're feeling stress in any way, do this as a way where you can just like make that noise, release, clear that energy, and just honor it at the same time. If you're ever angry about something, that's actually because like you care about something deeply. So you can do this to release anger, but you can also do it like a battle cry. Do this like a warrior cry. So inhale together. Inhale. Dragon's Roar. Release on the exhale. Inhale again. Tense. And then relax. One more time. Nice and loud. Warriors. Guardians. Release. Avengers assemble. Beautiful. Take a moment here. Just bring yourself to stillness. Take a moment to just kind of like stand with your palms open. Breathe here. If you feel yourself a little bit dizzy, just keep your eyes open. Just allow yourself to feel what the energy feels like. Just feeling this activation. You're maybe even like sweating a little bit. Good, good. Feeling that energy moving through you. Take one more breath here. Beautiful. All right, bring yourself back down to seated. Moving into the rest of the practice for the chakras. Let's get right into it. That way so we have as much time as possible. All right, so for those of you who may be new, this is kind of a very special version of the meditation that we do as a team. We do this every Friday. Monday to Thursday, we do other variations of our team meditation. So what I want you to do in this moment, I want you to get yourself ready for this next part of the meditation. Grab any sort of like crystals or anything you want. So this is like my like special headpiece that I'm going to put on. I put this on like when we do this meditation. Again, this is like a headpiece that I wear that's like custom built that I made. And for me, it basically is something that like carries a lot of significance, a lot of energy, and it kind of like reflects like this like awareness of our own inner divinity. So I wear this to kind of like remind you of the divinity within yourself, of like the prince and the princess and the king and the queen within yourself. So that's what it is for me, and that's what I invite you to even like have for yourself. So even if you get inspired by this and you're just like, whoa, that's kind of cool, that's kind of badass, and it looks really kind of silly with my hairs like crazy and everything like that. But again, use it as a way to just be able to like anchor in these energies. So if me wearing this is kind of like giving you a chance to just be like, whoa, like maybe I should make my own like headpiece or something like that, please, by all means, go for it. So explaining how we're going to do this part of the meditation really quickly so we can spend as much time with it as possible. What we're going to do, we're going to visualize ourselves we're going to visualize ourselves arriving at what we refer to as the life tree, the tree of life. This is a sacred tree. This is a tree that basically connects to the entire dream. We're going to arrive at it through portals, and then as our activated avatar form, our activated guardian form, this is like the sacred like psychedelic superhero wizard version of ourselves that we activated for those of you who are here previous in the meditation. We're going to arrive here, and then we're going to do all the chakra practices meditation around the tree, and we're basically going to imagine ourselves like projecting this energy into the tree, and this energy is going to send itself out into the dream. So the way how it works, the chakras, for those of you who are familiar with this, just start getting yourself ready. Get your crystals, do what you need. For those of you who are new, this is the explanation. The chakras are like energy portals within the body. For those of you who, I'll just mention this real quick. After the initial 1 hour broadcast, I'll stick around for any sort of Q&A afterwards. So for those of you who may be new, after the meditation, we'll be hanging out for like another like half hour just doing Q&A. So the chakras are these energetic portals, these energetic spinning discs within our body, and they correlate with different energy points, but they also correlate with virtue. So what we're going to do, we're going to focus on the mantras for each noise, for each chakra and each virtue, and then we're going to carry that intention of the virtue and we're going to project it out into the dream so that more beings can continue to kind of like embody these virtues. So for example, for the third eye, so for the brow chakra, the sound is E, the virtue is serenity. So the sound is E, and we're going to go through each chakra and we're going to focus on like the color and visualize this energy kind of like coming from us, connecting to the tree, and then sending this intention out into the grid. So that's what we're doing here. We're embodying this energy. And the practice here is to literally like send this energy like out into the dream, out into the world, out into the matrix. So follow my lead here as we prepare to go into it. I'm just going to explain to you each chakra real quick. Brow chakra, serenity, kind of like awareness of our interconnectedness. The sound is E. E. Throat chakra, justness, speaking with intention. The color is kind of blue. The color for this is like a purple indigo. The color for this is blue. And again, the sound is A. A. I'm just going over it. We're going to go into the actual practice and meditation. Heart chakra, compassion. The color is green. So compassion, love, connection for all beings. The sound is O. O. Pulmonary chakras, these ones in our shoulders. This is about connecting with our ancestors, gratitude for our ancestors. It's kind of like a maroon color. The sound is Ah. Ah. Solar chakra, the sound, the virtue is temperance, willpower for all beings. The sound is U. U. Sacral chakra, cultivation of the sacred sexual energy, the creative life force energy. The sound is M. Root chakra, connection to the roots below, branches above. The sound is S. So as we do this, when we arrive at the tree, visualize like beams coming out of us, connecting to the tree, and you also receiving this energy from the tree and from the team as well, sending that energy out into the grid and just helping shift the paradigms, level up within the story together. So, and again, this is about us being able to connect as a team. So get yourself nice and ready. Let's move into this meditation. Grab any sort of crystals, grab any sort of light guardian crystals if you got them, and we will move into this meditation together. So, all right, this is my light guardian crystal that I got, and again, if you're interested in one of these, absolutely, they're available. All right, okay, let's do this, team. Grab a drink of water if you need it. Let's get right into this. All right, for those of you who are new, follow along. But again, this is like a special version of the meditation. Monday to Friday, we do other versions of the meditation. So if you're new here, not a problem. Follow along to the best of your ability, and thank you. Thank you for adding your energy. All right, so with that said, let's get right into this. So for everybody here, go ahead, gently straighten up your spine, close your eyes, and as you listen to my voice, just allowing yourself to gently relax. Deep, gentle inhales through the nose and the mouth. Soft, gentle exhales. We're going to quickly calibrate our body and return to our awareness of our activated avatar form. And so visualize a white light at the center of your chest. And this white light is going to fill your body. And as it does, as it moves throughout your body, it will allow that part of the body to relax. But when it fills your body, it will also activate your activated avatar form. So feel this beautiful, calming white light energy moving through your body all the way to your fingertips, all the way down to your toes, up to the top of your head. Deep, gentle inhale here, and on the exhale, activate your avatar form. Inhale. Exhale. Imagine this like flash of light revealing your activated avatar form. Again, this like sacred guardian wizard version of yourself. Beautiful. And now imagine yourself here at the nexus point as we see the portal in front of us to arrive at the dream tree. Together, as we breathe, let us walk through this portal. And as we arrive through this portal, we arrive at the base of this hill, this small hill. And at the top of this hill is this beautiful sacred tree, the tree of life, the life tree. And you look to your left and your right, and you see portals opening all around you as other light guardians walk through, each one of them in their activated avatar form, their activated light guardian form. Just beautiful like costumes and superhero attire, sacred wizards. And so let us walk together up to the top of the tree with intention, just feeling this energy moving up through your spine, feeling the shared energy of the team, imagining ourselves kind of like walking up to this as if it's like the championship game of like the Stanley Cup or whatever sporting event or something like that, something that hypes you up. So as we arrive here at the tree together, taking a moment to look to your left and your right as we form this sacred circle around the tree, This tree is a beautiful tree. It has an aura to it, this pulsating life moving through it, this iridescent color, even imagining like a crystal shimmer to it. These purples, these greens, these golds, and it has a breath to it. It sends out this energy in all directions. So together here, let us begin with the chakra practice meditation. And again, as you do this, visualize the colors as much as you choose. Visualize the feelings and focus on the virtues, and let the mantra carry the virtues to the tree and out into the dream for all beings. Starting together with the brow chakra. The sound is the sound E. The virtue is serenity. Serenity for all beings, imagining the color purple coming from us, connecting to the tree, sending that energy out in all directions. Follow my lead. Deep inhale together, the sound E. Inhale. E. Inhale again. E. Once more, inhale. E. Moving into the throat chakra, the color blue, the virtue of justness, speaking our truth, good timing, intention, justness for all beings. The sound is the sound A. Feeling this energy moving from us, look to your left and right, seeing all these familiar new faces, all these activated, beautiful light guardians arriving here in this moment. Together, deep inhale, the sound A. A. Inhale again. Once more. Moving into the heart chakra, compassion. As we're here in this moment, I want you to, if you choose, visualize even just like holding hands with the people next to you on your left and your right as we form this connection, this energetic connection, focusing on the color green, feeling this energy emanating from our chest, connecting to the tree, and also receiving the compassion from the tree of life. Compassion for all beings, the sound is O. Deep inhale together, follow my lead. Inhale, visualize as much detail, feel it in your chest. Once more, inhale. From here, taking a moment to be able to invite in the energy of our ancestors, feeling the hands of the ancestors on us, on our shoulders, imagining like a ring around us of our ancestors. So there's the initial circle, and then there's another circle around us of our ancestors, and then like another circle around them of their ancestors. So feeling that cosmic support, invite it in, feel it in your heart, call in that energy, be with me, be with me. The sound is awe, gratitude and connection with our ancestors. Deep inhale together, inhale. Again. Once more. Beautiful. feeling the energy moving through us, this tree just pulsating with this life force. As we move through these meditations, if you choose to, even imagining the paradigm shift sigil again with you, almost kind of like tattooed on your back. For those of you who aren't familiar, this is like a star compass symbol that focuses the energy even more. Moving into the solar chakra, the sound is you, temperance, willpower, focusing on the color yellow, willpower for all beings. Deep inhale together, the sound you. Inhale. You. Inhale again. Once more. Moving into the sacral chakra, connection with our cultivation of that sacred sexual energy, the creative life force energy. The color is an orange. The sound is M, like Focus on that intention. Imagine this energy moving through us, feeling this energy in as much detail as possible. You're doing great. Inhale, the sound M. Inhale. Once more. Moving into the root chakra, the final chakra, virtue of patience, connection with the roots below, branches above, feeling that energy of the tree connecting with us, the wisdom of it, feeling our ancestors. Final one. Inhale, the color red, the sound S. Inhale. Inhale again. Once more. Beautiful. Taking a moment here as we conclude this practice of our meditation. Imagine yourself gently releasing hands with the people next to you and allowing this to be a moment of celebration, of gratitude. As we conclude this meditation, take a look at the people next to you. Feel free to give them a hug. Seeing the familiar faces, you can even see me somewhere amongst the crowd. Feel free to come over and say hello to me. I tell you how grateful I am of you, grateful and proud I am of you for showing up. So allow yourself to just anchor into the energy of this moment, carry this vibration with you, feeling the colors of this tree just emanating all directions, and allowing yourself to just feel the connection that we've built together as a team, carrying this activated avatar energy with you throughout the rest of your day, into your next practices, whatever else you need to do. On behalf of the tree, on behalf of the universe, on behalf of all the guardians, thank you for showing up. Thank you for adding your energy. Thank you for anchoring in this intention. May all beings continue to awaken to this energy that we are sharing together. So concluding this part of the practice of the meditation, put your hands on your heart, concluding it with gratitude. Thankful again to the tree, to the guardians, to yourself, to the practice, to anything else in this moment. Take a couple breaths here. Nice big exhale, sigh. Great job. A reminder, this tree is something that you can return to at any moment. So allow yourself permission to feel this energy and to carry it with you and return to it on your own practice, and again together as a team in the future. Gently, when you are ready, bring awareness back to your physical body. Slowly wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and when you're ready, gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around you. Beautiful. Awesome. Great job, everyone. We just have to conclude the Instagram version of this broadcast, but for everybody else, stick around. We're gonna hang out. We'll do some Q&A more for a bit. You guys can share your gratitude. For those of you who are just watching the 1 hour version, thank you so much. Again, please feel free to check the links in the profile for the YouTube, for the team chat, for the Patreon. And again, tune in again Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For everybody else, stick around. We'll hang out for some more Q&A. Party's just getting started. Much love. Keep it shifty. The light guardian within me sees and honors the light guardian within you. All right. Beautiful. Okay, just taking a moment here. Just gotta share this Instagram 1 second here, and then we will move into this next part of the meditation, or sorry, of the broadcast. So for those of you who are here, please feel free to like leave your gratitude in the comments. Let us know how that was for you. And I'm just going to restart the Instagram feed. So again, if it's your first time here, drop a 333 in the chat. So all right, okay, awesome. Welcome back, everyone. For those of you tuned in on Instagram, again, we're just hanging out here. I'll pull up the YouTube chat. So thank you again, everyone. Again, please feel free to leave your gratitude in the comments. How was that for you? For those of you on TikTok, I'm just going to read your comments here. Again, I know we got a lot of new people tuning in on TikTok, so thank you again. Erlyn says, thank you, Brendan. Thank you so much, Erlyn. Texas says, feeling blessed being here. Thank you so much. For those of you who are new, thank you as well. Erlyn says that was fun. Thank you. Cosmic Soul says my favorite parts are the shaking off and the sounds for the chakras. Absolutely. Rafi says I only got the last 5 minutes, but huge difference. I feel that was my first time with you, Rafi. Awesome. Thank you so much. And again, reminder for those of you just tuning in, if you just caught the end, you can check out the recordings like on the YouTube. So like we're literally like we're still live on YouTube right now. So all right, I'm just gonna take off my special magic headpiece. Man, I like this thing like, yeah, like I remember like making this with like so much intention, and this is like real, like, yeah, like leather, and it's got like a quartz, and it's got like a jasper. So again, this is like, and wire wrap. I mean, this is a, so honestly, like if you're like inspired by this, like please feel free to like, maybe you're gonna make like your own headpiece or jewelry or anything like that. It could be similar to mine, it could be different, you know, get creative. If you got time on your hands, get crafty with it. And again, even like wire wrapping is a great thing too. This is like, again, like these are like one of the Orlite wire wraps. So again, like even if you're looking for gear, feel free to check my item shop, because again, like we have like some of the crystals there, including the light guardian crystals. It's like some of you probably saw this and they're like, what's with the crystal, man? So again, this crystal, this is handmade, but I have a bunch of these. This is a Lumerian version actually, so it's a little bit, it's a high tier version. So like the quality on it is like super right. And again, this is a crystal that we use within the mythos of the story that we're creating as a team. You can think of these as basically almost like mini Excaliburs. They're like holographic tools. They're tools that help us anchor in and connect to the story of the light guardian, the story of like, this is kind of like the embodiment of our inner energy. It's basically like a little lightsaber. So let this be like a pillar that reflects your magic, your inner energy. So when you see this, I want you to kind of look at it and be like, yo, like that looks magical, right? And so again, you can use these for meditation, you can use these for ceremony, you can use these for like dance, for flow. Like you probably just, again, like me doing that, I love like, that's how I dance with them. You can even use it as like a fidget spinner type thing. So again, I know a lot of you are pretty excited about these. Those are available through the shop, and no, that's not like, again, like I'm not just like, oh, buy my products. I'm like, yo, like here's some dope gear if you want to be able to get geared up. Like again, like it's more about you guys getting the gear opposed to just like making money, right? Like I've made them in order to be able to share them. So again, if you want to check that out, that's the quest item shop. But please feel free to send me a message if you got any questions about that. And these are made with, again, real quartz, polymer clay, and magic. So awesome. Rafi, thank you so much. Rafi just saying that they feel really energized from this broadcast. Cosmic Soul saying super dope. Oh, and the other thing for these, if you join as a Patreon supporter, you can get a discount on these, like a 25% discount on those. So just so you know. So again, if you guys are like interested, if you enjoy these broadcasting, these meditations, and like tuning in regularly, if you're able to do so financially, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon. Like that's not only a great way to support me, but it supports the community and it supports you by helping you get like access to more elements of the community, discounts for the shop, etc., etc. All right, okay, just gonna read here. So again, please feel free to leave those comments down in the chat for those of you who are here, even just leaving comments for things you're grateful for. If anybody has any questions related to the meditation or related to the chakra stuff, please feel free to leave that in the chat. That's why I'm here. That's why we take these extra few moments, just to be able to hang out, to be able to develop relationship, to thank those of you who may be new for joining. Again, if it's your first time here, please feel free to drop a 333 in the chat, and then we can just say hello to you. Jewel says, dude, your polymer clay skills are on point. Thank you, Jewel. Yeah, it took me a while to know like how to be able to like make these properly. Like they went through like a few iterations. I also have like the massage. I'll just show you a couple other things. I'm just showing off my art. But honestly, I hope me making this, I'm not just making this because it's like, oh, like buy my stuff. Again, I hope this inspires you and you're like, whoa, I want to make cool stuff too. And you can. This is another thing that I make that's basically like a massage crystal where it's like, it's so simple. Like it's polymer clay, but then it's like a nice smooth crystal. But these are like super useful for massage, like energetic massage. So for those of you who maybe like Reiki or energy healers, like these are super useful. I don't have these on the store, but if you're interested in them, let me know. Cause I only have a few of them. I used to have tons. I've given out like hundreds of those, but I only have so many left. Okay, so reading the comments here. So again, thank you to those of you who are new. For those of you, Lucky Bug, for Kimmy, thank you so much. Erilyn says, I'm grateful for good friends and kindred spirits. Oliver, great question. Oliver is saying, why don't we do the crown chakra? Great question, Oliver. Usually I explain that in the broadcast. What method was that with the sounds? Raphael, I'll explain that. Felt like walking into Willy Wonka's house. That's a good way of putting it. So again, so the chakra practice that we're doing, this is based on an ancient Gnostic teaching, Gnostic practice. Gnosticism is basically this idea where they look at like common themes throughout a variety of spiritual practices and religions, like all throughout history. So the chakra practice, can you bake it with a crystal? Yeah, you can bake polymer clay with crystals. So do that. Like if you get polymer clay and play around with crystals and make dope stuff. I encourage you, get creative. So the chakra practice, this is based on an ancient practice where, again, I literally explained this yesterday, so I'll just explain a short version of it to the best of my ability. And I'll keep an eye on the YouTube chat as the comments are coming in. So keep leaving those comments on the YouTube chat. We're pretty active on TikTok and Instagram right now. So again, this chakra practice is basically this idea that the chakras are like organs for our energetic body. They're like these spinning discs of energy. And so each chakra has a correlating frequency, a correlating color. That's why you commonly see chakras related to colors. And so these colors also have a tone in which we can make with our body. And when we make this tone with our body, it resonates with that chakra and it basically helps spin it. It helps move it. It helps strengthen it. When we're not working with our chakras, basically they atrophy. They kind of like weaken. It's like a muscle. It's literally like a muscle. And it's not something that we usually get taught about. Each of the chakras correlates to different virtues and different faculties. So faculties are like the abilities. So for example, like the heart chakra is the virtue of compassion, but the faculty is also the faculty of inspiration and also intuition as well. So like the idea is that these chakras, the best way I explain it, the chakras, again, they're about being able to tap into more of our multidimensional awareness. And through the chakras, we actually receive information from beyond the present moment. So we actually receive information from the future and the past through our chakras. At least this is how I explain it. This is like the best. And I checked it like with like one of my mentors. He's like, yeah, that's basically what it is. Because it's like energy points within our body that receive data from the holographic matrix, from like more than just like the physical, so to speak. So that's where when you feel that feeling, like we experience feelings within our chakras all the time, like every single day, we just don't really know how to correlate it. We don't realize that we are doing it. So for example, I'll just point it out to you. The heart chakra, when we feel like those moments where it's like, oh, like I really want to make some art, or like, oh, I'm really excited to do this, or I want to make a song. Like these type of feelings, that's literally a feeling of like something from the future kind of rippling into your heart chakra, and you're feeling it, and then you're processing it as a way to be able to help make a choice. So the heart chakra can be this way to be able to like feel inspiration from the future. So that's why it's very important to kind of be in tune with your heart chakra, because that's also a great way for the universe to kind of be able to like help you in kind of like guiding you towards things that are like valuable to be able to make, to create, both for yourself and for community. So for myself, I'll do that a lot of times where like with work that I'm creating, content, even content I'm making for TikTok and anywhere, I kind of like tap into my heart and I listen to my heart and I'm like, okay, like what is needed today? What do we want? What do I need to be able to create for community today? And that information kind of comes through. So example, other ways in which we experience this, the throat chakra. The throat chakra is a very obvious one. When you're kind of in this flow state, when you're kind of basically in this place, part of the goal is we want to be able to basically be aware of how the chakras work and then kind of remove blockages so the energy can flow smoothly. Think of the chakras almost as if like there's like water running from the top of our head and it kind of moves through the chakras. We want this energy to kind of move smoothly. This is where you kind of get into this idea of like kind of like activation of like energy of the spine, or use the term kundalini if you want. But when the chakras aren't worked on, it's basically they kind of get like, they're like water wheels, but they kind of get like clunky. They get like built up with dirt. So then the water might kind of like, it doesn't flow. Like, it almost gets like built up, and even from the root up, it just doesn't kind of like move into it as smoothly as it could. But when you work on the chakras and you become aware of them, and you're working on your physical temple, your body, and just the mindfulness and the cultivation and making the unconscious conscious, that's what awakening the consciousness is about, then you'll notice just kind of this energy naturally starting to flow. And so again, when you're in this place where this energy naturally flows, like I'm basically exemplifying what the throat chakra does when it's relatively like opened. So right now, like I'm in this place where like I'm talking and I'm communicating to you, but I'm not actually like having to consciously think too hard about what I need to say. Like basically I'm in this place where like it's like I'm a conduit. I'm still very much me, but I'm choosing to kind of be in this role where information is kind of coming through me and it's coming out of me as words, as a conversation. And we do this all the time, right? When you're like really in conversation with someone, it's almost like you're kind of like the observer of you having the conversation and the words just come through. Or again, if you've ever practiced, a great way to practice this is to practice flowetry. So flowetry is this practice where you basically create poetry, or kind of like a hip hop like verse on the spot. So for example, if I were to just do this, this is something that I encourage all of us to do as a way to be able to practice activating more of our throat chakra and practice experiencing being in this flow where basically that this energy is constantly moving through you. So for example, if I were to breathe into this moment and to simply do my best, I will observe that simply by stepping out of the way, this motion will come through the echoes of my chest. It is the sound that is echoing through the depths of our very soul. It is the stars that are coming through that are infinitely old. And so as we get into this moment where we step out of our own doubt, we allow ourselves to be in this place where it doesn't matter who, where, or what about, the words will come through. In this moment, we will see that there is an infinite flow of this ever unfolding potential of creativity, because this water is like a cosmic source that moves through us in this moment. And when we allow ourselves to work on our chakras, we will see that we can truly own this, and we can become this place and this tool and this instrument for infinite grace to be able to create and level up within this shared space. So that is more just an example of what you can do when you're in this place where you open up your chakras and allow yourself to remove like ego blockages, and that's creativity. That's like this. There's a very powerful word, and again, I have to get caught up on the comments because I know. And for anybody here, for anybody in the TikTok, please, if you're in any of my lives, only be very intentional with the comments you leave in my chat, in our like space. Meaning don't spam it, and just try to keep it concise, and just try to keep every comment intentional. That way, so it's easier for me to be able to go through and read the comments, and it's respectful for others as well, because it's harder for me to read all the comments if like someone's just like dropping like a bunch of like comments and stuff like that. So please be mindful of that. We facilitate things a little bit differently through my broadcast, but if you're tuning in for this or future broadcasts, I really appreciate you just kind of like honoring that intention. So again, there's a very powerful word. This word is the word Awen, A-W-E-N. This is kind of like a Nordic druid term, and it basically refers to the creative life force energy. So basically the Awen, you can almost think of it like a water. And so this water is almost kind of like always coming through us. You can almost visualize it coming through our crown. And so when we are kind of in this place where we're just kind of like a clear vessel, again, we're like a radar dish, and we have to clear the gunk off our radar dish. It's like there's mud on our radar dish, and the mud is built up from like you know, how we physically treat our body, but also from like emotional, energetic things, limiting beliefs. So we want to clear the radar dish, and when we're clear, this ability to be able to receive the signal becomes amplified. And so that's where you get into this place of just like grace and intuition and creative flow. And it's something that you can experience, and you see it with, you know, like athletes, you see it with artists, when people are kind of in that flow state, you know. So the word awen, awen, is a very powerful word to be able to just keep in mind in terms of being able to understand the benefits of why we want to work on the chakras. We want the awen to be able to like slowly smooth through us, and that is an energy that will activate vitality. It will activate our life force. It will activate our presence. It will activate our gratitude. It will activate our inner abilities as creators. So it's super, super powerful. So again, I'm just going to get caught up on the chakras here. So Oliver, if you're still here in the comments, Oliver was saying, and again, please everyone, slow down on the comments. For those of you on TikTok, there's like 50 comments that I haven't read yet. So please slow down just for now until I get caught up. The crown chakra is only, this is based on the Gnostic teachings. And I know this is different. Some people are going to teach it differently, and that's okay. These teachings work for me, and that's part of why I facilitate them. And again, this is like an ancient science. This isn't just like a woo-woo thing. This is a science to this. So the crown chakra, basically the reason why we don't work with it within the mantra practice is that based on this philosophy, this perspective, is the crown chakra is what is known as a culminating chakra, meaning it is only worked on like in like kind of like the activation of the other chakras. So through activating the other chakras, the crown chakra kind of like begins to get worked on, because the crown chakra is kind of like this like super conscious, super like aware type identity of ourselves, this like oversoul identity. And so again, like the idea of kind of like trying to work on that before working on the other chakras is basically like not fully practical. And this is why, like, even for those of you who may be new to spirituality, this is, and I talk about this all the time, be very aware of just kind of like, don't feel pressured into thinking that you have to activate your third eye or open your third eye type thing. That term gets thrown around a lot, and I don't think it gets thrown around with as much kind of like reverence as I feel it should, or caution even, basic or practicality, because basically like the brow chakra, it to just jump into trying to open the brow chakra, I don't feel that's really practical. What you actually want to do is you want to start with the root chakra and you want to work your way up. So the root chakra and any of the other chakras, that's about being able to, like, the root chakra is like physically, what is your physical relationship like with this reality? How is your food? How is your diet? Are you sleeping? Are you drinking water? Are you getting sunshine? Are you exercising? Are you getting social interaction? Is your room clean? Go clean your room. Like, if you're trying to activate your third eye before you even clean your room, like, you're gonna get like slapped by the universe. It's gonna be like, yeah, that's not really how it works. There's like there's a technique to being able to do this. And again, I'm just like being blunt here, but like I'm being blunt because I care. So again, focus on the root chakra, clean your physical space, clean your physical body, move up to the sacral chakra, cultivate the sexual energy, the life force, the creative energy. Again, if you're not already yet, cultivating that energy, that sexual energy that we expel through like orgasm and ejaculation, cultivate that sexual energy. That sexual energy is life force energy, and it helps with the activation of the other chakras, and it moves into the vitality of our entire body. It helps strengthen our organs. It helps strengthen our energetic field. So cultivate the sexual energy, develop healthy relationship with your sexual energy. And this can also be related to, like, you know, like helping heal shame related to that energy. I know it's a very, you know, sacred energy. Solar chakra is about practicing your willpower, your temperance. How is your willpower? Again, if you're trying to like open up your third eye, but meantime you're just like watching pornography all the time, and you're just like eating mindlessly, and again, I'm not saying this is shame, I'm just inviting us to observe where we might be at. Like, your objective should not be on opening the third eye right now. Your objective should be working on the root and working your way up, taking care of those things, and then moving up to the brow. If this resonates with you, drop an 1111. Again, I know a lot of people don't really explain it this way, but like, I'm being blunt because I care about you, and because this is like a practice where there's like a practical element to it. So I want you to be able to approach this practically and groundedly, and in a way that's accessible. Moving up to the heart, the solar chakra, again, that'd be temperance, willpower. How are you flexing your willpower? And willpower can be done through, you know, doing things that are uncomfortable, going out, exercising, you know, changing your diet, taking cold showers. Heart chakra, tapping into the heart chakra. Heart chakra is a great way to be able to like You know, a great way to tap into our heart chakra is by spending time in nature, by practicing compassion for ourselves. How is your compassion for yourself? Again, if you're just like, I hate myself, you know, if you're like really in this space and you're trying to activate your brow chakra, like that, you're kind of like skipping steps here. So tap into that heart chakra. You can activate that. You can strengthen it by like being with community, loved ones, those who kind of share a common path, a common passion. And then throat chakra, again, speaking your truth, practicing speaking your truth. And then again, eventually the brow chakra, which is about being able to kind of like tap into more of the inspiration, the vision, the activation, the imagination. So not to say you can't work on your brow chakra, you should be working on all of your chakras kind of like all the time, but just with different degrees of focus. So before you dive deep into the other chakras, it's going to be helpful for you to work on the root and work your way up. It's harder for you to speak your truth if you're not in a place where you don't love yourself, if you're not practicing temperance, if you're throwing away your sexual energy, if you're not feeling secure within your physical reality. So again, you can kind of understand there's like a logic to this, right? So again, if that makes sense, drop in 1111. So again, Oliver, that answers your question as to why we don't do the crown. So again, basically this practice is that through activating these chakras, including the pulmonaries, then eventually through that, the crown chakra is a culminating chakra. Like technically they say that the crown chakra doesn't even get worked on in this dimension. Like the crown chakra is actually worked on like within the astral planes, like within our dreams and stuff like that. So again, it gets a little bit more advanced there. All right, I gotta get caught up on these comments. There's a lot of comments here, so just give me a second. And again, for those of you on TikTok, just do me a favor and just ease up on the comments until I get caught up here. I'm grateful for good friends and kindred spirits. Thank you again, Lucky Bug and Kimmy, for joining in. Does the snake sound have to do with snakes and kundalini energy up the spine? Yeah, cosmic soul, more or less. Yeah, like that's again kind of like a correlating incidence, a coincidence. Yeah, so the S sound is like the rising of the serpent or like the sizzling of the fire, this like sacred fire. So yeah, you can totally correlate to that. Rafi, yeah, the items I was showing from earlier, those are available through my item shop. You can check the link through my profile, and for those on YouTube, links in the YouTube info. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. Could you consider putting the massage one in the store? I need it here. Rafi, if you want to just message me directly, you're more than welcome to. Like I can make some custom ones. Yeah, so again, the chakras, it's not so much like blocked is kind of like one way of putting it, but I think it's also just kind of closed. The chakras can be closed, like closed-ish at times. So again, there's something I'll just mention quick, because again, this is just, even though I mention this like fairly regularly for those who are tuning in, you know, regularly, but again, there's always going to be new people tuning in, so I don't mind repeating it. The ways in which we approach the chakras is about not just being able to open them, but being able to balance them. So you can actually observe when your chakras are closed and when your chakras are overly open. And I'll just give a quick example with your throat chakra. If your throat chakra is closed or blocked, that will result in your behavior commonly reflecting your like having trouble speaking your truth, having trouble communicating. But then if your throat chakra is overly open, that can be like that friend of yours who just talks and talks and talks and doesn't really listen, and just kind of maybe says too much, and maybe they say so much that they end up like putting their foot in their mouth, and they say something, then they're just like, oh crap, maybe I shouldn't have said that. So again, you want to cultivate the mindfulness where you want to be able to balance your chakras, balance your like habits and your behavior related to the chakras. So you want to be able to have that balanced throat chakra where you know like how to be able to communicate your truth, but also knowing when not to talk. And that's the virtue of justness. Justness is like good intention, good timing. So again, all of these virtues, if you're working on this is like basically, again, kind of the blueprint for like becoming a better version of yourself. That is what the awakening of consciousness is about becoming a better version of yourself. And not to say there's anything wrong with where you are now, but you want to refine yourself. You basically, again, you want to, it's like almost like this ongoing journey of purification. And that purification is the dissolution. It is the removing of old programs. It is removing of limiting beliefs. It is the clearing of our body, cleaning of our body physically. It is the cleaning of our body emotionally, right? It is the healing process. So that is what we are doing. And again, as we do that, we allow ourselves to just kind of become like this like very powerful instrument for creativity, for compassion, for leadership. So again, this is tapping into the leadership of who you are. Do you speak ice something? I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Yes, it is true. create some awareness about negative energy. Thank you for the blessing. Have to go. I'll be back. Thank you, Texas. Say about aura and how does it work. So again, basically all of what we're doing right now with the activation of the chakras and the awareness of the of this energy, like this is like activating like the awareness of the energetic body. So like the auras and our physical vitality and our emotional state, like that is like kind of like what creates the health of our auric body, of our energetic body. So again, we have our physical body, then we have like basically what you can refer to as your energetic body, but technically there's like four. There's like the physical body, the astral body, the mental body, and like the oh crap, I always forget. I want to say it sometimes it's referred to as the vital body, and that's again kind of like this higher conscious version of yourself. So again, these parts of these bodies, they're all kind of one and the same, but they overlap. But by doing these practices, by working on yourself physically and just like mentally and emotionally, this is strengthening your energetic field as well, which just helps increase overall vitality. You are so nice and amazing. Thank you, Joey. Thank you for the compliment. Okay, I just gotta get caught up here on the comments. Okay. Do you like? I'm not sure what that question is, Joey. Sinise? I'm not sure what that means. Glad to see those 1111s in there. Thank you again, everyone. Where did you train? So again, like my training has been just a lot of like, you know, direct experience from nature and the universe and personal wisdom. Again, I refer to myself as like a seeker, where I kind of like dabble in whatever I feel called to. I don't believe that one path is the path. I think it's important to be able to like find a path that works for you uniquely. You are your own soul, so create that journey for yourself. This is your hero's journey. So I have worked with again kind of like the Gnostic teachings, and not even like super in depth, but enough to be able to like share it as well with everyone here. So I mean, yeah, a lot of my experience has been kind of like intuition, listening to others, you know, being open to learning, listening to elders and everything like that, spending time, you know, just like being around other people that are kind of on this path. So it's been from so many places, you know, traveling out to California, going to festivals, connecting, seeing how people live their life there, people on the internet, just being inspired wherever I can receive it. Like inspiration is like a resource. You want to be able to like have access to that inspiration, you know. Thank you, Joey, for the compliments. Again, you know, like Joey says, like you are so smart. Again, Joey, I think I've talked about this before. There's kind of a difference between like smart and wisdom, and I think even though, you know, we kind of like create this idea that smart is something that we kind of like put on a pedestal, smart is very different from wisdom. And I invite all of us here to be able to pursue wisdom opposed to just this idea of being smart. You know, like I could be smart and tell you a billion things about spirituality and consciousness and everything like that, but if I'm not applying it, if I'm not practicing it, then what am I really doing, right? So like wisdom is the knowledge acquired through direct experience. So knowledge through experience is wisdom, which is basically what Gnosticism is about. Gnosis, the word gnosis means knowledge through experience. So again, I invite everyone here to, even just if you're just like, oh, I'm not very, you know, like maybe I'm not the smartest, but still approach life with the desire to be able to acquire wisdom through experience. You could literally just spend your time out in nature and meditating and connecting with people and open to the synchronicities that will teach you. So for everybody here, tap into the wisdom that is within inside of you, the knowledge that is within inside of you. This knowledge, a lot of what I'm saying, you know, if a lot of what I'm saying, you know, you will notice at times where it will kind of have those like aha moments where you're just like, aha, like that resonates, that makes sense. That's very important to be able to listen to, because again, when you kind of have those moments, it means there's like something inside of you. And it is, this knowledge is inside of you. Kristen, going back to the comments in the YouTube chat, says, thank you. Our avatars are absolutely breathtaking. Yeah, if someone's like a dope artist, please feel free to like draw us in our activated avatar forms. I've always had this visualization because I've seen like depictions of it from like video game graphics and stuff. And I've made like memes of it where it's kind of like all these like superhero characters like decked out, and like fantasy, like Magic the Gathering style characters like standing in this like flying V or standing in this circle. Like that's what I visualize when I visualize us, right? Stella says, awesome as usual, thank you. Brendan is gonna have a ponytail soon, right? I know, right? Like it's getting there. Oh my goodness. Tyson says, have Kundalini, thanks to the chaste advice. Thank you, Tyson, as well. Thank you again to all of our Patreon supporters. Appreciate everybody Again, for those of you who may be new, if you're on the TikTok, we do have our team chat. So if you want to connect further, we have our team chat you can join. And again, there's like a public channel for that. And then there's like the rest of our chat for our Patreon supporters, which is more so focused on the conscious media creation aspect. Because that's a big part of what I do. Like, as much as I do these meditations, I'm also passionate about being able to help like teach other people about conscious media creation, because that's like one of my skills, right? And then creating conscious media so that we can help shift consciousness by creating dope content and planting seeds. Rick says Gnostics knew a lot more than credited for. I agree. And again, that's because Gnosticism is basically like taking, like, it's not taking, it's like looking at information across like all religions. So that's where, like, if you're just like, I don't know what religion to study, like look at Gnosticism and then just see what they kind of took from it, and then just kind of, again, take what works for you and just kind of like find a way to be able to integrate it into your own life being. But again, yeah, for the Gnostics, there's a lot of teachings where it's like, it's very almost like very kind of like blunt, and it really gets to the point. Like, one of them is basically the idea where it's basically like, one of the first steps towards awakening is acknowledging that you are asleep. So like, that's something that a lot of people have trouble doing even just right now, but like that is actually a huge part where, like, right now, for everyone watching this, you are asleep. And I don't mean that in a way that like where it's like trying to be like mean. What I mean is that there's parts of you that are asleep. There is the unconscious behavior of you that is asleep. There's a part of you that will just do things kind of like without consciously thinking about it, instincts, reacting and stuff like that. So what we want to do is to be able to make the unconscious conscious. So the next time someone says something and it might push your button, it might trigger you, instead of just reacting, we want to be able to observe that and become aware of it, and then to be able to choose consciously what it is that we want to be able to do, opposed to just being kind of like, you know, it's like our like animal instinct kind of like deciding what it is that we do. We want to be able to decide from our higher conscious, from like the inner being. That's kind of like what the Gnostics talk about, this connection to the inner being. And they also get into this whole conversation again about like the idea of the ego. And again, the ego being like this character, where it's very interesting. And the way the Gnostics explain it, it's very similar to like a video game, where again, they basically say, you know, like who we are is actually the inner being, the kind of like the source consciousness. And then when we come into this life, we choose a character. And so the inner being, our soul, call it what you want, it basically like puts on different hats, like it puts on different outfits. And this is what we recognize as the ego. So again, like right now, like again, the idea isn't necessarily to completely dissolve the ego, but it's about being able to develop a healthy relationship, a balanced relationship with it. So that's where, again, you know, the power of the ego. Is the TikTok video lagging? It looks like it's lagging a bit. If it is, let me know. But again, for example, for myself, like it's about developing that healthy relationship for the ego, and then using the ego as a way to be able to, you know, navigate this reality and connect with others and inspire others. So again, for me, you know, the ego that is me, that is Brendan, is also acknowledging that that ego is also an ego that can step into a role of leadership, that can help guide people, that can be an instructor, that can be an ally, that can be a friend, you know? So like in that sense, the message is coming from my inner being, but I play with this ego identity to be able to communicate it to you, to give you a point of reference, to create a relationship. And then again, from there, it's like my ego is seeing your ego, but in reality, it's actually like our inner being talking to the inner being. And so again, I'm sure for those of you who are kind of on this journey of awakening, you'll understand that there are some people that they don't understand who they are is the inner being, and therefore they heavily identify as the ego, like that, because that is what they've been told. You know, that is this idea where like they've been told, like, this is your name, this is your job, this is your school, these are your parents, etc., etc. This is who you are, and then they just hold that idea, and that is who they are, because and it's no fault of their own. It's literally just a fact that they haven't really been taught or told or remembered otherwise. But again, part of the journey is to remember that, again, we are the inner being. So that's kind of, again, what this practice, the chakra practice, is about, being able to connect with our inner being, and then to be able to bring that consciousness through the character of our ego in a way that can actually inspire other people to be able to connect with their inner being through the ego. It's weird when you think about it that way. Like, a lot of people are just like, oh, the ego's bad. Like, no, the ego's not bad. The ego is just a part of the equation. But you almost, like, if I want to be able to inspire other people, I actually have to use my ego to be able to help them rise above their own ego. Does that make sense? You know, like I can't just talk to you purely from my higher being. Like I can't, because the ego is this, you know, the ego is like this, like body, this character or something like that. Without an ego, we would just be, you know, like almost like a blank being of light. And not to say there's anything wrong with that, but again, in order to kind of navigate through this reality, it helps. It's useful to have an ego where we can kind of like associate a narrative, and a story, and an identity to it. That way, so people can tune in and be like, oh, I know who that is, because you know who my ego is, who my character is. And again, that's kind of the idea, is how like it is like a video game where we're choosing the character, and this is my character, this is my avatar that I've chosen. But who I actually am is the inner being, and that inner being is actually like, again, like the same inner being that we all are. It's really trippy. If that resonates, drop an 1111 for you. Rick says, brother, for you, brother, this book is for you. A Course in Miracles. Please check it out. I've definitely heard of it, Rick. I haven't read it though. Thank you so much for the suggestion. And that anybody else, please feel free to do that. Joey, can you do my homework? Absolutely, Joey. Just email it to me. I'll do my best, unless it's like algebra. No, you got this, Joey. It's okay, man. Just focus. Joey, put on some lo-fi hip hop and then just like dive in, man, and reward yourself afterwards. To create a target, for yourself. Like, in order to be able to motivate yourself, you have to have targets. You have to have reward mechanisms. So be like, I'm gonna do my homework, and then once I'm done my homework, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna get some fresh air. I'm gonna do something I enjoy. So do that and give yourself a target. Sierra said, it blew my mind. Conscious media creation, absolutely. Sierra, I'd be curious to know what blew your mind exactly. Oh, unless you're talking about the the blue beings video. Did it blew your mind? Rick says, group homework, check out the channeled message of The Peace of Our Time, A Course in Miracles. Thank you, Rick. We all have reasons for acting the way we do. Important to know thyself. Exactly, and that's what this is all about. This is about know thyself, Nasate Ipsum. That is the journey. Rick, if you are in your body, you are asleep by definition. Become conscious. Awaken in dreams of body. Absolutely. Yeah, for those of you who again maybe new, last night we had our dream class broadcast, so you can find the link for that in my profile. That's our team podcast that we do, where we talk like specifically about dreaming, lucid dreaming, astral projection, awakening within our dreams, dream consciousness. So check the link through my profile, and we got like 30 episodes of that you can check out. So if you want to just like listen to other people talk about these conscious ideas, absolutely, it's valuable just to be able to listen. Rick says, ego must use words, spirit must use experience. Spirit and ego diametrically opposed. Well said, Rick. Erlyn, the inner light can be seen through the eyes. I love that, Erlyn. Very well said. Absolutely, you're right. Like that's a very powerful thing too. It's like, oh, you can like see this, but when you really kind of get closer, you're like, oh, I can see it. I can see it in your eyes. You know, I always remember that. If you like look at animals, like you can see their inner being through their eyes. It's quite obvious. RBS says, I understand that. Thank you, RBS. Megan dropping the 1111s. All right, team, so we're just gonna hang out here for a little bit longer. If there's any other questions, now's the time. I'll do my best to be able to answer them to the best of my ability. Again, I as much as I would love to hang out here all day, I do have more production work to be able to do, such as post-production for this and post-production for last night's broadcast as well. So yeah, super appreciate everybody just hanging out here. Awesome. Thank you, Katarina, for joining it again. Thank you to all the beautiful souls, absolutely, for being here. And again, by us doing this, like, this is us like deepening our relationship as a team, right? Moving the narrative forward. So again, with anything that you've learned or absorbed through this broadcast in terms of inspiration, carry this inspiration forward with you. You know, have a conversation with someone else. You know, carry it into your personal practices. Go get creative. Clean your room. Exercise, get some fresh air, carry this kind of inspiration as you continue to awaken, we continue to awaken. So Kayla says, thank you for speaking on the integration of the ego. The balance is so important. Thank you, Kayla. Again, one of our Patreon supporters. Again, so lovely seeing so many of our Patreon supporters joining in on the regular. And if you're tuned in right now, if you're thinking about signing up to the Patreon in the future, go ahead and drop a 777 in the chat, even if you haven't fully looked at it yet. I know some of you haven't, but if you're just like, yeah, you know what, like that'd be kind of cool. And again, I know if you're brand new to it, like don't worry, like I would encourage you to just check it out first. But if you are maybe just like someone who's been following my content for a little while and you're interested in joining on the Patreon, go ahead, drop a 777 in the chat just so I can acknowledge that and be able to see the feedback from it. And thank you again, everyone. Super appreciate it. With the Patreon, we're working towards our goal of 150 supporters, and we're currently at 140. So thank you again to our Patreon supporters, and yeah, let's help us reach that next milestone. Let's do it. All right, just a few more moments here, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Rick says, "God bless you and your willingness to assist the elevation of humanity's vibrational frequency." Thank you, Rick. Da, 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 da. We should have daily group meditation, maybe guided by binaural beats, focus, energy, manifest. So Rick, so these meditations that we do, these are, again, we do these meditations Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is like basically daily. Again, I don't do it on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, or I don't do it Saturday and Sunday because those are my days where I just need to be able to rest. But yeah, like every other day, Monday to Friday, that is when we are here. And again, check the link in my profile. For everybody here, if you're new here, check the link in my profile and just explore all the links in my profile. Like I would encourage you, every single one's valuable. You can even watch some of the full-length movies that I've made. So like for those of you who are new, like I'm also like I'm an award-winning Canadian filmmaker. So you can check out some of the movies that I've made that are like transformational consciousness shifting movies about a festival in California I've been to, the Lucidity Festival. So that's a Journey to Lucidity movie. So you can check that out. All right, team. So again, please feel free to just leave any gratitude in the comments, and we're gonna wrap this up in the next few moments. Tune in next week as my hair just gets crazier and crazier. Oh God, I'm just gonna let it grow out forever. I don't know what will happen. It'll just go like this. I don't know. I got like. Do you like my wings? That's what. Awesome. Julie dropping the 777. Interested in signing up in the Patreon in the future. Thank you so much, Julie. Rick dropping all the 777s, 222 333 88 1111. Light workers aligned. Blessings to all seekers. Thank you, Rick. Very well said. Paradigm Shift Central is not the YouTube channel. Paradigm Shift Central is the main website. My YouTube channel is Skull Babylon. So if you were to look up Skull Babylon, you'll find that. And then that's where you can find like all the recordings. But again, just use the profile. Just use my profile link. Use my link tree. That's there for your convenience. So you can check it. Sweet. All right. Okay, team. We're gonna wrap up this broadcast. Yeah, if there's any other questions, we can always save it for another time. I may be doing some special broadcasts a little bit later today. I was thinking of just doing some like casual, like meditative video gaming. Like I got some really cool video games that are like challenging, but also very meditative. They require a lot of mindfulness. So I may be doing that. Not a problem, Erilyn. I appreciate the shout out nonetheless. So again, paradigmshiftcentral.com is the main website. But again, at this point, just use the profile link and you can connect to, again, our team chat. So if you want to connect to our team chat, you can connect to our Patreon, get exclusive access to the rest of the community. You can check out our item shop where you can get the Light Guardian crystals and the t-shirts, including, you're not seeing it here, but this is like one of the t-shirts. This is the We Are Connected t-shirt with like the pinecone spiral on it. And yeah, and lots of other stuff. Playlists for the past episodes, free hugs videos, Mystic Spider-Man videos, longer meditations that we do. We've done some dope, really long meditations that are like first-person audio stories. So definitely encourage you to check that out. So awesome. So again, just wishing everyone such a beautiful moment. Carry this vibration with you, sending you Reiki healing energy in this moment if you choose to receive. Just wishing you an awesome day. Have a beautiful day whenever you're watching this. Get out there, spend some time in nature if you get the chance. Yeah, take some time for yourself and keep leveling up. So thank you again, everyone, so much for being here, for showing up for yourself, and for being a part of what it is that we're building as a team. So the Light Guardian within me sees and honors the Light Guardian within you. So thank you, everyone, for being all that you are and for doing all that you do. So until next time, as always, keep it shifty, and I will see you in the future. So Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Join us back again for another meditation. But in the meantime, join the team chat. All right, see you guys soon. Much love. All right, thank you again, YouTube, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, I mean, just reposting these to, oh, that's how that works, okay, interesting, did that work? We're gonna find out. Anyways, All right, shutting down the YouTube and the Facebook. Thank you again, everyone. Divine Taco, thank you. Megan, thank you as well. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you in the YouTube and the live chat. Have an awesome day.